For me, the best compliment that I've gotten is about how people feel seen because of Ahana and the character Ahana. I've got long messages from people from school who I've not spoken to in years, and they've sent paragraphs on how they connected to the character and how they feel represented. Yeah, so I think the fact that my character Ahana could bring people comfort in a sense, that's the best compliment that I've got. So actually, before the film came out, I thought it was a very personal story, and I used to keep telling everyone that I am Ahana, she's exactly like me. But once the film has come out, everyone has been able to identify with the character. And for me, the part that I identify with Ahana the most is that constant seeking of validation and self-worth, because I'm also that kind of person. Like even on set, like I have to get my director to be completely okay and happy with the shot, and if he's like then I need to keep doing it again and again. And I know that's a very normal thing and every actor does it, but I'm like obsessive about the validation that I seek, especially from my directors and the people I work with. As an actor, I think I realized how much I love doing crying outburst scenes, because every time a script used to come, I used to get scared. I used to be like, should I have to cry? Will I be able to do it well? But I think it's a big release for me, and it's very cathartic for me to do those outburst, crying, letting out all your feelings scenes. And I'm very bad at laughing on camera, is a thing I knew before, and I realized again that I find it very hard to laugh when someone tells me to laugh. As a person, I learned how to be more forgiving to myself, how not to be so harsh on myself, and I don't feel as alone anymore, because I feel like I also connected so deeply to the character. Even in a way, I felt seen and I felt represented. Everyone right now, it's kind of the beast that we're all tackling with. I think everyone is so active on social media. We used to be nervous before this film because we were like, will the older generation be able to connect? But my grandparents and my friends' grandparents also really connected with the film. And I think it really depends on everyone. I think you have to deal with it the way you want to deal with it. There's no one formula in a way to kind of tackle social media. Like mine also depends on the day. Some days I love posting and I want to tell everyone everything that's happening in my life, and then some days I choose to be slightly more private. I wouldn't say it's necessary, but it is something that has its positive sides as well. You know, it helps you be connected with people, be in touch with reality in a sad way. It gives you news. You feel more updated. Like what I've seen with social media is you actually have to cater it to what you want it to be. So I've actually muted and blocked and restricted a lot of pages that were like causing stress to my mental health, and I've actually tried to fill up my Instagram feed with a lot more positive things and news, even though news is not positive all the time, but just information so that I feel more wholesome as a person. Choose to click one button and switch it off and go back to reality. I don't give it back at all. I don't like doing that. I choose to kind of take it in my stride and learn what I can. I used to get a lot more affected, but I think I've gotten a lot better with it. Yeah, for me, my friends are my family, and my family are my friends. Actually, it's like that in my life, and that's how I like it to be. Because at the end of the film, I say, find your tribe, and nothing else matters. And that's how I've always conducted my life. It's definitely easier for star kids to get, I don't like the term star kids, but it's easier for people from film families to get that opportunity and get, your first chance in a way. But I think after that, it's all up to the audience, and if they accept you or they don't, and if they form that connect with you. And I think every journey has its plus sides and downsides. The biggest challenge is to win the love of the audience and to kind of keep working on yourself and getting better. Yeah, I think that's a challenge that every young actor, just how to keep like challenging yourself, how to do things that set you apart, how to be as different as possible. As an actor, what challenges me is, I think What I find tough is saying no to things, and actually more than saying yes, what you say no to is what defines you. So I think sifting through the kind of work and finding the script that I want to work on, I find that a bit challenging. I think for me, the biggest do is to go with my gut. Every time I followed my gut, things have gone well for me. So I think to keep listening to my inner voice, that's the biggest do. And my don't would be not to isolate myself too much. I know for actors it's important to be alone, but not to isolate myself so much that I'm living in some ivory tower and I have no clue what's happening in the real world. My relationship advice for girls would be don't forget your self-worth in the process, and yeah, just love yourself first before you love anyone else. I think everyone compromises in a relationship, men and women, and it's important for a healthy relationship that you do make some compromises. I think for me, I would say a woman shouldn't compromise on her dreams in a relationship. Friendship. Friendship is the key to any relationship. Piece of advice my parents have given me is to be a good person above anything else. One habit, I have this really bad habit. I have like this little hair at the back of my head and I keep pulling it when I'm stressed. And there's so many scenes in Kho Gaye Hum Kahan when I'm tying my hair and you can just see my little like hair sticking out from the back because it's my stress buster. I just keep pulling. One thing I will never do ever is I will never cheat, except on my diet. Yeah, I'm always cheating on my diet. Now there's no diet only left. Can't tell you, then you know it about me. One thing that you don't know about me is that I can type with my eyes closed. It's a very sad habit, but I love reading. It's my favorite thing to do in the world is to read a book. And I love planes. Like I love sitting on a plane. Like I love long plane rides and I love long car rides. Like once I'm in the car, I don't want to get out of the car. I don't think anyone cares about this, but yeah. Masai Mara. The last film that I really emotionally connected to was, it's this documentary called All That Breathes, and it was about how we should treat everything that breathes equally. And it's about animals and the, codependence and, how they live, how they are dealing with the changes that are happening in the environment and living in a big city. So it was really interesting to see what those men are doing, saving the kites and everything. You should go watch the documentary, it's really good. Everything makes me emotional. I'm always emotional. What makes me angry? If I've not eaten. Five words. Drama queen. Emotional. Okay, now, drama queen, sensitive, friendly, funny, I think, and earnest. Yeah. The best thing about being an actor is connecting with people.